Welcome back to the studio. We are so happy to have you here with us, coming at you live from the Cisco Live World of Solutions show floor here in beautiful Barcelona. We're going to take the next few minutes and talk about security in this run up to our next innovation showcase, which is kicking off at 20 minutes past 3, which if I look at my talk, like 5 minutes from now, deploy security everywhere. We want to make sure that you get down there and check that out. Make sure that you know what's going on and that you can be at all of our innovation showcases. Right now though, I am joined here in the studio with Tom Stitt. Tom, good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're here with me. You're doing well today, all's good?
I'm doing great.
You're excited, right?
It's been a crazy show so far. We've just got so many demos, the booth is packed. So I appreciate you giving me a few minutes.
I am so glad that you could take time to talk with us here. So what we're going to talk about is this really comprehensive portfolio in security that we can deliver. Our customers have to stay safe. They have to respond to advanced threats faster than they've ever done it before. They have to find the way to take the burden off of them. They're overstretched, their teams, there's too much demand. Automation is such a good way to make that happen. So why don't you begin by telling us a little bit about the challenges you think customers are facing now, and what are we doing for them here at Cisco?
The number one challenge that we're seeing that customers have is just complexity in a lot of different ways. But the complexity just, if you look at your average security portfolio for our customers, they're dealing with anywhere from 50 to 80 different vendors.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine if you were driving a car made from 80 or 50 vendors, or a bicycle, or a cell phone. So complexity is one of those issues. So having a portfolio of technologies that work together to help reduce that complexity is one of those things. Effectiveness. A lot of security teams don't even know if they're doing a good job. They have no idea if they're even stopping the bad guys. And so being able to understand, am I effective? Am I doing a good job? Priority number one. And I guess the third area would be just time to detection. So if something bad does happen, let me know about it as quickly as possible so I can rally the troops and respond to it.
Simplicity, visibility, communication to get exactly where it is that we need to go.
Exactly.
What do you think is so unique about our Cisco security portfolio? You talked about it a moment ago. It's comprehensive, but it goes beyond just the fact that we offer so many capabilities, right?
Yes. So sometimes when you say architecture, people are like, oh,
right, exactly.
There goes Cisco's architecture. But it's really a portfolio of technologies that work together. And architecture is just a fancy way of saying we solve specific problems for the customer. So whether that's ransomware, using multiple technologies to solve a very complex problem. Or maybe it's dealing with advanced threats. You can't just stop it at the endpoint. You got to stop it across the architecture. You got to leverage your network to be part of the solution. And so that's one of the things that's unique about Cisco, which is having an architecture that we can apply to very specific problems or use cases for the customer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me ask about integration a little bit, right? I think such a gigantic part of security, you just said it perfectly a moment ago, it used to be siloed. Every element of security, this is handled here, this is handled here, different vendors. How does Cisco integrate every single level of security, and then how do we integrate that security into all these other products and solutions and services that we can offer to the industry?
Yes, so a couple different ways. One is integrating across what we might call technology silos. So in security, you can really break it down into kind of 3 areas, right? So we have a network, and how does that network help keep us safe? And then we have all these devices. How do we protect those devices and keep them safe? And then how do we leverage the cloud to either get economies of scale to do things that nobody can do, like machine learning and analytics to help me do my job better? And then how do we tie all that together to be able to respond quicker to events, to make security teams more effective? So that's one of the things that we do from an integration perspective. Right. Plus, the super secret sauce for the platform, the portfolio, is all of our partner ecosystems. And you see them here today at the show. We've got lots of partners that can integrate into this portfolio to be able to provide even a bigger value proposition for our customers.
Terrific. So let's take a look at it from the customer perspective, right? Somebody's coming in, they don't know quite how to do it, or they've been working with legacy systems for a long time.
Right.
They want to make the move, they're not sure how to get that going. How do we tell this story to them and then make it easy for them to make the shift?
Yes. Usually we talk about visibility, which is being able to leverage what they already have, whether it's a Cisco shop or not, and be able to start gaining visibility into what is my security posture? What's even on my network? What are my users doing? And then move from that to a more sort of threat defense sort of posture. How do I stop, or how do I detect and keep the bad guys out? So it's usually moving from visibility to threat protection.
Can we make it easier for them so that there's less fear involved? They're ready to take that step off the cliff, but they just, something's just holding them back. How do we let them know it's going to be okay? We got you here.
Absolutely. So obviously Cisco has delivered numerous advanced services to go along with the security side. So part of that is maybe it's doing an assessment to really understand, well, what do I need first? What is my first step? Along with visibility, where do I really start within my organization? Maybe reducing my attack profile, which is a fancy way of saying just segmenting my network. Well, we can help you do that. Or maybe I don't want to have the expertise in-house. I really want Cisco to come alongside of me and help me manage it or continue to provide those advisory services. So services is the key to that. So whether it's managed services or professional services to really help them.
Now there's one more piece to this puzzle that I want to make sure that we touch on. Another great differentiator for Cisco, and that is we are open, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that open architecture. Maybe we could even talk about some of the work that we've done with companies like IBM, with Apple on that particular front.
Exactly, so I kind of alluded to that earlier, which is to be open. So if you look at our architecture once again, certainly it works together and it's integrated, but we can't solve all the security problems.
We're Cisco, we can do anything.
We can do a lot, trust me, we can do a lot, but we can't do everything.
Right.
So a good example you mentioned was IBM. So when it comes to rolling up all that data across my security infrastructure, including Cisco, IBM has QRadar, which is a platform for being able to do all that. Well, we integrate with QRadar. So they bring all of our information in, be able to correlate it with all the other security technologies, and really help create a prioritization for customers. But it goes even beyond that. We have a whole host of partners who are here today, technology partners, that integrate with different parts of our portfolio, helping customers solve very specific use cases. And so that's just one of them.
And that is the beauty of Cisco Live, is everybody can come together and you can see the entire story all in one big piece.
Yes.
Tom, thank you so much. I'm
Thanks,
so
Steve.
glad we had a chance to talk with one another. I hope we'll see you more throughout the course of the day, but I think it's going to be a great week. Thank you so much. And thanks again to all of you for being here as well.